You are now listening to the Baseball Aficionado. Back again once more. Happy to be back. Took a little time off, but back at it. And MLB has gotten right into the swing of things again. Obviously, post All-Star break, post trade deadline, all those things. We're going to talk about all those things. I got my friend here back with me, of course, reoccurring guy who comes on, Willy from Bodega Sports, and all those things. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like, comment, subscribe. We love the interaction. Let's keep the engagement going. Follow us on the socials. And of course, away we go. Without further ado, I want to bring back Willy. We're going to give our trade deadline, I guess, reactions, what's going on now with the MLB. Obviously, we talk a lot of Latino players, all those things. The recent announcement of Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic in Citi Field in November. We're going to talk about that, all that and more. But without further ado, I want to welcome back to the show my guy, my brother, Willy Baez, Bodega Sports. Let's get it.
What's up, Santos? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Living the dream.
Living the dream. Back like Happy Gilmore. Just back at it again.
Hey, we got to address something real quick, bro. That hat. Okay. No, bro. We can't be doing this, okay? You understand that my beloved Mets are playing like crap, right? Yes. Yep. You know, I mean, they got like a bunch of saco de papa, you know, doing in the lineup every day, automatic out. I mean, you could get them out right now. But I see you have that hat. Is there a rhyme or reason for that hat? He's wearing a Phillies hat, guys.
A Phillies
1980s.
Hat. Yeah. You know why? I think the Phillies are going to be the Dominican team in the next 10 years. People will be switching. I'm telling you.
So you're ahead of the curve.
I'm ahead of the curve. I think that a lot of people, I have a lot of family that have moved to Pennsylvania, and they're becoming, you know, a lot of Reading Phils fans for some reason. You know, the AAA or AA associate. So I think people are coming into the Phillies. I mean, I know that they don't keep a lot of Latino players, honestly, like right now. But I think it's gonna be the new Dominican team after they move on from Boston. Eventually, they'll move on from Boston.
Okay, I think they've already moved on from Boston, but you just see the silhouette of Rafael Devers leaving the door. Pero I don't know about that. Phillies, you could be right, but Phillies as the new Dominican team above like San Diego, above the Yankees. Yankees will always have
San Diego is just a face. No, of course, right. the Yankees will always have their fan base. Like they're always gonna have the Dominican.
Right.
The Mets also. The Mets are the anti-Yankees, you know, people that want to go against them. So those are the top two. But the Boston Red Sox were a face, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, that 2004, 2007, all that happened, it was just a phase. Same thing with San Diego. After 7 years, once people slow down on Machado and all that stuff, people will come back. And
I don't know. You know what, though? No. Okay. Maybe we have to see, right? From a couple years from now, as far as like San Diego, that will have residual effects, because I know a lot of Dominicans who still root for the Red Sox. So it's like, I don't know about that. Like, you know, I get what you're saying, but it's going to take a lot to ingrain, you know, the Dominican fan base into like the Phillies have never had like a Dominican. And I understand what you're referencing, obviously, in the farm, but they've never had a heavy Dominican presence. So as far as
I get you.
Players, not the fan base, but I mean, they've never had a Puerto Rican fan base, and there's I don't know about anymore. That's what I'm saying. I think there's more Puerto Ricans there than Dominicans.
There's more. Yeah, no, I agree. But yes, I think that the Phillies, since they're always great, whatever, I think they're the team of the future. I'll say that. Anyways,
all right.
Let's talk about the top moves for Latino players. So I don't want to talk about Josh Naylor and all these guys. I want to keep it, you know, for the most part, Latino based, right?
Latino players, yep.
I want to start with a big one. Carlos Correa to the Astros. What do you think? What's your take on it?
Well, we have been whispering about it behind the scenes. You know, there were some sources that were going around. I was telling you, I think it's going to happen. And it happened. Now, I'm not saying I was the one who broke it, but what I'm saying is that there were a lot of rumors. He was unhappy in Minnesota. He knew that they were going to rebuild. He's like, get me out of here. And that's exactly what they did. Great move for the Astros. It's already paying dividends. Obviously, the Astros are not 100% yet. They're banged up. They got a ton of they've had injuries this year, but they're going to start. They're dangerous, especially that, you know, Carlos Correa is going to be motivated to play on this team. I'm telling you, and it sounds crazy. He's had a terrible year to this point, obviously overall, he's gonna have a good rest of this year, and they get in the playoffs, they're gonna be dangerous. I really believe it.
What about the position change? What do you think?
Seamless,
Okay.
seamless. There are players who I had no worries. There are players who you worry about them changing positions, even with Toco all messed up. It still is a better fielder than like 90 something percent of the infielders in the game today. And I don't even think that's an exaggeration.
Mhm.
He can field this position as good as anybody. Jeremy Pena is a tremendous shortstop. He
Mhm.
can stay there. Correa can keep himself fresh. I think it's a good natural transition. And we may see the best of Correa now that he has less to worry about at short.
Defensively,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
I think you will see better from him. I really believe it.
No. I definitely agree with you. I think that it was the transition to make. Eventually, what's going to happen? He was still good on defensively. It's not like he was going slowing down. It was just you know, the nagging injuries that
Yeah.
he always gets.
Yeah, right. And now though the interesting part is now we got to pay attention to Jeremy Pena because now it's like a nagging injury here, a nagging injury there. Obviously, he missed time. Jeremy Pena, when he's healthy this year, and I was the biggest critic of Jeremy Pena. I called him
Five-tool
Carlos
player this
Correa.
year, man.
I called him Jeremy Pena. I called him Carlos Correa light
Mhm.
or whatever, right? Or what was that I called him? Something like that. Was
Yeah,
that what
it's
I
like Carlos Correa light.
something
Yeah.
right? Well, not this year.
Mhm.
Okay. So a lot of respect for what he's done this year.
Yeah, no, I was looking into the numbers because I saw somebody arguing about who's better, who's been better. And since 2022 till now, even though ups and downs for both of them, right? Jeremy Pena has them beat
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
defensively and WAR as well. WAR is
yeah.
accumulative, of course. Carlos Correa hasn't played as much, but still. And defensively, I thought that it was going to be a notch more for Carlos Correa, but it's been Jeremy Pena. And
Pena, he was well. Okay,
last year he
last
wasn't
year,
good.
last year, last year Correa was better. If Correa would have played a full season, he would have been a 6 WAR player. So I
I
want to get
agree.
that. I want to get
Yeah, I
that out of
agree.
the way. But injuries are part. You got to part of being great is you got to be available. So you know.
I
So
agree with that. And Carlos Correa, I think, is the best move going back to the Astros. All right, moving on. This one is not really a Latino player, the
mhm.
best one on this deal, but it's Mason Miller getting traded from the A's to the Padres, right? The Latino
Yeah.
player comes in for the number 3 prospect in all of baseball,
Right. Right.
Leo
Right.
DeVries, right? Shortstop for the Padres. Let's start with Mason Miller. Do you like that?
A great move. I think that they owned. The Padres owned the deadline.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't even think it's close. And this is why I hate to go back to the Mets, but this is what bothers me as a Mets fan because that's the kind of move you make when you telling your fans you want to win now.
yeah.
I don't want to hear, oh, we don't want to trade this guy, that guy. No, you want to win now, or you're going to continue to hoard prospects. Now you're not going to trade everybody, but look at what the Padres did. They got rid of the number 3 prospect in the game.
Mhm,
Okay, not just in your organization, because they say, hey, we need to fix this bullpen. Robert Suarez is not going to get it done. We
mhm,
need to win now. And then obviously you got some other prospect like Henry Baez has some upside as well.
mhm.
And Nunez as well. It doesn't hurt when you add a bunch of other guys to the pot and see what sticks.
Yeah,
Plus you got the crown jewel of the system.
Leo
If
DeVries.
right, Leo DeVries in the Athletics who are looking to who have been actually fun to watch this year. I gotta be
Yeah.
honest. Like
Mhm.
I've been watching the A's, which is crazy to think. I think they've been fun to watch. They may be headed in the right direction.
They
So
are. But they know that Leo DeVries is for the future. For when they move to Las Vegas, they have a face. If that's who they want them to be the face of the franchise, right?
mhm.
Or they want somebody. They thought that Mason Miller, right, was going to cost them a lot of money on arbitration when it's coming, and they're like, you know what? It's not worth it right now. Let's just move now that he's very high in the market. Everybody was looking for somebody like him, and they got the number 3 prospect, which, in my opinion, that kid it's a no. Like he's not gonna miss. He's
Can't miss.
a can't miss prospect in my eyes, right? He's too ready. He's not Ethan
Um,
Salas.
there's no damn. Well, listen, there is no. We learned something in baseball, right? Is that there is no can't miss, but that's what we learned. Like,
Mhm.
and I get what you're saying because I seen it too. He's really talented kid. So I think you're right, but I always try to say be careful with the can't miss because it's
Yeah, yeah,
we've
I got
seen it,
you.
but I think he's about as close to that as you can get, though. I
I
agree with
agree.
you. Very
All right.
talented kid.
Number 3, Eugenio Suarez, Gino Suarez back to the Mariners, actually. What do you think?
This was a great move for them. Honestly, it's a great move. The Mariners are trying everything they can to have offense because they've never had offense since like
I agree.
the 90s. They haven't had, or since early 2000s, they don't have any offense. And now they finally have it. Not saying that Eugenio Suarez is A-Rod, but what I'm saying is that for that lineup, he fits
Mhm.
perfect for what they needed. They needed a bopper. I don't
Yeah,
know. This sounds like somebody who, I don't know, like the Yankees probably should have thought about picking up. I mean,
yeah, yeah. I mean, they
it's
even
just,
asked him. Everybody thought that he was going to the Yankees. Um, I think that they did great. The Mariners needed a first base and a third base, and they got it with Josh Nader
yeah,
and then Eugenio
right.
Suarez.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, they knocked it out the park. I think now they got to win. They got to win,
Yes,
and it's
yes.
going to be tough.
Let's see. They always choke on that wild card. They always choke.
Yeah, they always have a lot of talent, especially with the rotation. Now there are no excuses. You have a lineup. That lineup is formidable.
Hmm.
And I gotta give a special shout out to another player who I criticized a lot. Randy Arozarena has been tremendous this year.
Hmm.
This is the best version I've seen of him in like 4 years.
Since 2020,
Honestly,
actually.
I think this guy has been. How good has this guy been? This guy has been money,
Hmm. No, I
money.
agree.
He is
I
he
agree.
is a funny. This is the guy who I want to see. This is who I expect.
All right. Joan Duran to the Phillies.
El
Everybody's
Undertaker.
seen it, right? El Undertaker, the
Oh, love it,
Durantula.
love it, love it. I love it, and that swagger that he has, and
Mhm.
I love it as a baseball fan. I hate it as a Mets fan
Yeah.
because he's not with our team, right? We have a
Mhm.
closer, and we're playing like garbage, and the Phillies are just they're running away. Seems that way. So I love it. But beyond that, what he does, what he brings to your bullpen, Phillies desperately needed it. I feel like their bullpen is bad every year.
Mhm.
So now, no te crea, mira, their bullpen is not great yet, though. They have a weak underbelly, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they bridge to him. But he certainly helps.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that the move eventually on the playoffs is going to be Aaron Nola as a long reliever type of thing. They have moves to make, right? They still have moves to make, and they still have a very good prospect. I forgot his name, but he's a top pitching prospect. And what
Yeah, I
was
know what
his
you
name?
mean. Damn,
Anyways, but basically,
Americano.
Americano, very
Yeah,
well
yeah,
put.
yeah. I forgot his
Eh,
name. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyhow, Joan Duran is bringing them life. I think into that bullpen. I think that he's bringing something to the city that they needed. That
Yeah.
basically that whole package of whenever we come in, we're gonna close the door and that's it.
That's it.
And
Close
I
the door.
think they
How many?
needed
How
that.
many times? Yeah, how many times have we seen the Phillies get burned? In a big spot. Y acuérdate que en el caso de Jose Alvarado no va a estar disponible para los
Yeah,
playoffs because
yeah, he can't.
with the suspension.
Yeah,
So that I think that played a role in this acquisition and in the Yankees and the Phillies being aggressive.
very aggressive. They gave up maybe their best two prospects or top five prospects that they had. Eduardo Tait, he's a catcher
You
from
hear that, right?
Venezuela.
You hear that? You hear what you said, right?
What?
They gave up top prospects. You see?
Yes, yes, yes. They did. They did.
That's what contending teams have to do sometimes.
I
Okay,
well,
that no,
yeah,
I'm not saying to blow up the farm. I'm not saying that.
I
How
know.
many times you seen the Dodgers, bro? The Dodgers do it all the time. Then they just freaking create a bunch of other ones afterwards. Like that's what you do as a great organization. You're not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna hold on to everybody. Like,
I agree. Think about this. James Outman, they traded him this year.
mm-hmm,
It went
mm-hmm.
unnoticed, but James Outman, I think he hit like 3 home runs one time. He
Yeah,
was
right,
catching
right.
everything. He
Yep.
was a good. he was a ball player for them, right? But in the past few months, they got Diaz's brother. They got a this kid,
Diaz's brother.
Diaz's
He's so
brother.
good. He's so good that his name is Diaz's brother.
And so he comes back into the version that he was. I can't call him anything else but Diaz's brother.
He
He needs to
had
prove me again.
he had a I he's not gonna come back to nothing. Like I'm gonna
Let's
tell you the truth. Like, no, Alexi's not gonna come back to nothing. Like this is who he is. Like he had a moment. This is what he is. Like he's gonna always be Alexis's Edwin's brother. I'm sorry.
his brother. Ah,
I know. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. I'm being real. I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
yeah.
wrong, but I'm just he don't have the stuff, bro. He don't have that stuff. You know, that's why you throw in Fernando Cruz there in the high leverage spots when you.
Yeah, that
That's
is
my
true.
guy. That's my guy.
I love
He's
Cruz. Love Cruz.
yeah.
Next one. Not American, but there is a prospect out there that you guys gave up,
Uh-huh.
which is high up there. Jesus Baez is a prospect for the Mets that they had to give up. I think he was with the Cardinals before, so there is something to that.
Hmm.
Anyways, but they
Yes.
traded
Yes.
him for Ryan Helsley. I mean, what do you think? What's your opinion on Ryan? First of all,
I like. He's really good. I like his stuff. Now again, relievers are very like the stock market, right? You try to teams that are not contending, they sell high, right? And while they can to get value. So it's a great move, but if you don't hit or if your starting pitching is in shambles,
Mhm.
like you what situation are they gonna pitch in? Like that's the issue right now. This it's like you ever seen the situation of the Mets reminds me of like and I like him a lot. I think it was a great move. I was happy for the move. But I'm saying it reminds me of whack-a-mole. They have that game, that whack-a-mole in
Yeah,
the
it
arcade where you
appears like
hit
pop, pop,
the
pop.
ball and it has a hole and then it comes out of another. That's what the Mets are right now. It's like whack-a-mole. They address one thing, then something else surfaces. So
I
I don't know.
agree.
I like the move though. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was a necessary move. I mean, Edwin Diaz
mhm.
can't pitch every day, and you rely
No,
on
they
him
needed
a
that.
lot. So they needed somebody so they can rely on if anything happens, backup.
Gregory Soto, I think he's good too. I know that wasn't
Yeah.
a deadline, it's pre-deadline, but still, you add guys to that. I mean, Jose Buto, what do we like? He's got the word "butt" in his name, like you know, that's what he pitched like a butt. So
No, but I think Ryan Helsley, honestly, good move. I know that we don't want to give Stearns his roses. At the end of the day, it was the right
no,
move.
you have
He did
to.
it.
I don't have issues with the moves he made. I just felt me quedé con hambre. That's my problem. It's like he came, él fue al restaurante and he brought picadera instead of pica pollo. That was the
I got
problem.
you. I got you.
I just gave you the Dominican translation
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there. He brought picadera instead of pica pollo. That pica pollo. Like,
That
come
will
on. Like,
pack you up.
there
Yeah,
you
no, I
go.
agree. I agree with you. He didn't do enough, right?
No.
Well, how
Mm-mm.
about this? What about Cedric Mullins? You didn't like that either?
Anybody who pays attention, and I know you watch the AL a lot, especially AL East, he's like this. Declining,
Yep.
decline. Batting average going down, OPS going down, WAR going down, defensive metrics going down,
Going down.
everything down, strikeouts up, patience is down. Like everything, by anything you want, hard hit rate, you could look at the numbers. I looked at them; they're down. Everything is down. Okay, he's got 15 homers. He can feel the ball. Okay, the guy's WAR is like under one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Tyrone Taylor is better. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is like I could see if you get him plus something. Like honestly, Eugenio Suarez would have been good for the Mets too. Honestly, like
Yeah.
Yankees, Mets, he would have worked anywhere. And you just DH him or whatever. He's not a great defender, but
It's hard. It's hard to get a good third baseman.
it is. It is. I
Honestly,
understand that, but
with the
mhm.
with the low, it's funny because they could have had Carlos Correa on a deal because basically he was a salary dump. Honestly, I think they
Mhm.
could have gone for Correa, and we've talked about it as well. They could have gone for Luis Robert Jr. I think those
I
two
have
moves
that.
would have been really good for them. But hey,
Here's the
I'm
thing,
no
though. Here's the thing.
No GM.
Correa was not an option because what happened with Correa was Correa only wanted to go to the Astros. That was it.
Really?
So, yeah, yeah, there were teams that were interested, and it was a New York team, so it could have been the Yank. That's what I was told. It was either the Yankees or the Mets. A New
Yeah.
York team was interested. I think it was the Yankees, and he didn't want to go. He
Okay.
lives in Houston. He only wanted to go to Houston, so that was why it worked.
Ooh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, yep,
Look at him.
it's true.
All right. These are all right moves. We're not gonna touch too much on it, but basically there was a few things. Ramon Laureano to the San Diego Padres. It was a good pickup.
Mhm.
My own opinion.
I like no, I like him. I think he's an underrated player. Like
Yes.
he's like the Dominican version of, I want to, who was it? Kevin Pillar or
Kiermaier.
one of Kiermaier. He's like that kind of guy, where
Hmm.
he's the Dominican guy that you put him on a winning team
Hmm.
and he just fits.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
fits. And boy, and he can pick it out there. Oh,
Yeah.
he can pick it. He's sneaky good out there. He can pick it out there.
I agree. It's funny. He's one of the most underrated players, but he almost fell out of the league. Honestly, he almost fell out of the
I
league
remember. I remember.
last year, even 2023. I thought that Ramon
Yeah.
Laureano was not going to make it to
Me
2025.
too. Me too.
And right now, he's doing a good job, actually. Anyways, Tyler Rogers, do you like him better than Buto?
He can be worse. But no, no, no. I like, what I like about him. I do like him. I like his delivery. I think he's a very different kind of pitcher. I believe in, which is why I never thought that the Mets were gonna try to get like Joan Duran, because it's too similar to Edwin, to what
Mhm.
he does.
Yeah.
Whereas, Rogers is different. Um,
I get them
Rogers has
confused. Is
that.
he's the submarine?
Right, right.
Okay, okay.
So it gives. I believe that what Stearns was thinking was that he wanted guys who gave you different looks. I believe that's what you need in a bullpen. Different guys, different looks, different types of repertoire, arm angles, and I think he does that.
I think you guys gave up a really good prospect for Taylor Rogers.
Yeah,
In my opinion,
yeah. I
Drew
knew you were
Gilbert
gonna say
was
that. Yeah,
not a he wasn't a can't miss type of guy, but I don't think he was the guy to give up for Taylor Rogers.
I agree with you. That's the
Yeah.
one thing that, and again, I don't believe in hugging prospects, but you gotta. Drew Gilbert was a guy who we heard about. The Mets were high on him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
Very high.
at one point he was like in the top three until some of the other guys bumped him. He
Mhm.
got bumped by some of the younger guys, but
Yeah.
he was up there, and his name, his name rang bells for a while. But maybe there's something in him that they don't like. I think he's how old now? He's not old, but he's kind of been
Yeah, he's one of
floating
those
around. So,
American guys that are up there in age. They didn't sign at
mhm.
16, so I get it.
Right, right,
Eh,
yeah.
all right, Jesus Sanchez from the Marlins to the Astros. Small move. I like it.
I
It's
like it. I
right for
like
them.
it. This was another move that they made that I thought this was a very underrated move because Jesus Sanchez, and you watch the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez has been very productive this year. He's still relatively young, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
He helps you. They needed another left-handed bat,
hmm
and
yeah.
there were two right-handed. So now obviously Correa's right-handed. They brought him in, but then you get more balance. You add Sanchez in there. Then when Jordan comes back, like you're looking at a very formidable lineup, man.
I gotta
That
be
lineup
honest.
is gonna turn on its head.
I agree. And now with Hunter Brown and you have Framber, it's a really good team.
Yeah,
And they have a
yeah,
closer. I
yeah,
think the
yeah.
Astros, we're not giving them enough credit. They can go out there and actually. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win the World Series, but
They
they
can
can.
though. They can.
Yeah,
They
they.
can. I
You
know
know
you
what?
don't want to
Yeah,
say the
the more.
words because
Yeah,
you hate.
I hate them.
If I had, I have a confession for you. If I
Go
had an
for it.
American League team, it would be them.
The
That would be
Astros.
my American League team. Yeah, like if I rooted for an American League team, it would be the Astros. That would be
Anyway
my
and
team.
anyhow, you know what's funny though? I don't talk about this very often, but the Astros to me came in a
Because
weird
I
time.
hate the Dodgers and I hate the Yankees, so it just makes sense that I
It
would like
just
the
makes sense.
Astros.
No, but honestly, right? The Astros came at a time. They became good at a time where I wasn't watching a lot of baseball at that time, and it's funny because when I saw them again, and they were out there in 2017 and all this stuff, and I was like, damn, I remember when the Astros were really bad, really
Oh,
bad. In my
terrible.
eyes, the Astros were still in the Central National Division League, and they were bad as hell.
Yeah.
Like in
They were
my
the sixth. They
eyes,
were the sixth team. The sixth team. The sixth
the sixth
team.
team
Yeah.
on the Central in the National Central
Right.
League.
Right. 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 Remember when it was like all out of whack? Yeah.
Not, like to me, the Astros. It took me a while. It took me like into like 2020 to like look at the Astros and say, okay, they're not bad. You know, they're actually a good team. And I don't know how to explain. It's like
The
the Pirates
perception.
will
The
always be
perception.
bad for me. You know, the perception of them was always that the Astros were bad until now.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. Come on. I mean, I guess welcome to the party. I mean, they've only dominated for like the last, in parts
8
of 10
years.
years, right?
Yeah.
8 years or so. I mean, they've. Yeah. I mean, listen. I'm the wrong person to talk about with the scandal and stuff. I'm sorry. Like, wait.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm biased with Beltran and Cora. I just am. I'm sorry. I
All
can't
right.
be. They. It's not steroids. I look at steroids different than like the scandal. I'm sorry. Like you can't tell me that a little guy like that big is just good. In Altuve is just good
Mhm.
because they're giving him the pitches. Like I'm
No.
sorry. He's been doing it for too long to just be. Like
Mhm.
you're gonna tell me. And Beltran was already washed up at that time. Like that didn't help him. He
Yeah,
was
I
he was
agree.
practically a coach. Like he's sitting there on the bench. He's there. Like, And I always said with the Astros, not to get too deep on that, but
Mhm.
Jim Crane, why did he not get it blamed? Like you gonna tell me Jim Crane didn't know? Like, come on, Jim Crane
He
knew.
didn't know. He didn't know. It,
He knew.
a lot of people
You
knew
owned
and
it.
they
Yeah.
didn't get in trouble. Only,
Right.
you know, I don't want to say
That's
only the
my
Latinos got in trouble, but
but
they had
mostly
to
the Latinos got in
scapegoat.
trouble.
Yeah, they scapegoated a lot of people. I think Marwin
That
Gonzalez
was
after
what
that never got a job, and come on,
right.
only the Latinos got in trouble. And then when the guy that snitched on everybody, this white kid, I think he was a who
Uh,
was it? He was a reliever, right? He's the one
right,
that
right. Oh, no,
snitched on
yeah,
him, saying,
he got to come out with articles and yeah, the guy got to have a media tour.
yeah.
You know. Meanwhile, Beltran is there like every year, like twiddling his
Oh,
thumbs,
I
like
mean, he
counting the
lost
votes,
he lost a
hoping
job
he gets votes.
because of it. No, no, no. He lost the job,
Oh,
the Mets job
lost a
because of
job.
it.
Yep, lost the Mets job, and he's sitting there waiting to get in the Hall of Fame. And
Knowing
he's
full
probably
well that
gonna
he
get in. He's
deserves to
getting
be.
in.
Yeah, yeah, he will. He
Yeah,
will.
he's gonna get
Nah.
in.
All right. So Willie Castro to the Cubs. Do you like that move?
I guess. I mean, it's such a nothing move.
I know, right?
Like you know what it is with Willie Castro. He's useful. He shows flashes of stuff that he's too up and down. Uh, bueno, bienvenido a Team Puerto Rico because there's nowhere we need. He's gonna be at least a utility guy for team.
Yeah.
He plays like 100 positions and he's got speed. Doesn't particularly field well, but
Anywhere.
yeah, no, he's got some pop. But I don't know. Cubs didn't do anything really. They're actually very mid to me. The Cubs.
They should have done more. Like I think this was the
Yeah,
year to do more.
they lost an opportunity. They have talent there.
They have talent, but they don't have the pitching. And they needed some pitches. They needed
Yeah,
somebody to get
yeah.
moved. I don't know. I don't know who was out there that they could make the moves because the starting pitcher was very, it's
I
very
feel
hard
like
to
the
come by.
Cubs. I tell you something. I have a theory
Mhm.
on the Cubs, and I want to know your thoughts. Right? I feel like the Cubs, ever since they won that World Series, I feel like they're complacent. Like I feel like they had that World Series. And then ever since then, it's just be like, all right, we don't got to spend money. We don't. They broke the Cubs the curse of the GOAT. And ever since then, it's like, oh, we're not gonna spend. We're not gonna be as aggressive. We're gonna rebuild for 100 years. And you know,
Yeah.
doesn't it seem that way? They're not like what they were. I feel like the Cubs used to be more high profile.
Yeah.
They're kind
Yeah.
of low profile now. I don't know why.
No, no, no. Welcome to the party, man. I think the Cubs have been low profile for a while. I think
Yeah.
they've been low profile
Cardinals
for a while.
too. Cardinals too.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
thing is the Cubs are better, but the Cardinals are another team they just I don't know why they just faded into it. They used to be good every year. Every
Yeah.
year.
And even if they are, they're just irrelevant.
Yeah, they're
I
not
mean,
what
they
they
shouldn't
used
be.
to. We remember they used to be like the Cardinals and the Cubs were marquee franchises. They were.
Rivalry. A
And it's
real
not that low
rivalry.
rivalry. Yeah. Because you had stars. You had, let me think about in recent time. You would have teams with like Derek Lee and Aramis Ramirez and Pujols and Yadi Molina and Wainwright, and you had stars. Like, what are these guys? Who the heck besides Pete Crow Armstrong
Mhm.
between the two teams?
And
What
Cal
stars do you
Tucker.
have really? Cal
Those two.
Tucker, like yeah, but where are the pitchers? Where it doesn't feel the same though. They Cubs used to be loaded with stars. They don't have that anymore.
I agree. I think they're trending on the right direction. I think that they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
slow
yeah.
this deadline, but I think they're trending in the right direction. That Showtime Managa, one of the best deals ever made in the entire,
Oh yeah,
you know,
wonderful. Yeah.
wonderful deal. But regardless, PCA deal was good, So I'm gonna give them some more time. I'm not saying that they're a World Series or bust this year. No, I'll give
No.
them 3 years until they kind of figure out their pitching. You know, but to
This
your
is the
point,
beginning of their window.
this is the beginning. Yes, I that should be the mindset. This is the beginning of it. All right, a couple moves, not big at all. Rafael Montero to the Tigers, whatever. Jose Caballero to the
Mm.
Yankees. Well, it is what it is. Padres get Nestor Cortez. All right. Miguel
That
Andújar to the Reds. The Reds are becoming like the red Dominican machine. What's going on? So many of them. Gregory Soto to the
uh,
Mets. Wow. And these are like I don't even know, but Brian Hayes. I want to go on a tangent with him real quick.
go ahead, go ahead.
Brian Hayes. I thought that kid was gonna be phenomenal. I thought that kid was going to be
Me too.
Chef's kiss.
Me too. He
Ah,
had everything in the minors. He had that kind of. He was a top prospect.
the bat never came in. He's a diamond
No.
glover. He's a diamond type
Yeah.
of
Oh
glover. I
yeah.
mean, when you steal gold gloves from Arenado and Machado, you top notch.
Yep.
Can't
Yep.
argue with that. And I think that's what Cincinnati was looking for because they have guys that can score runs. But I wonder what happens to Noel Vimalte. That
I remember him when I saw him from before. I think I've told you this. I don't see it with him. I never saw it. I don't
Noelvi.
see. Yeah, he was supposed to be a prospect, but I always told you like I don't see it. Like what am I missing? Like he doesn't have it. I don't know. Like yeah, he will occasionally run into one, and it's got some pop, but a lot of swing and miss to his game. His approach is all over the place. His
Yeah.
glove is not good. Um,
Yeah.
I think
No, no, no. I got you. I got you.
that
He's
tells
not
you what
there.
they think of him. That tells you what they
Yeah.
think
You
of
know
him.
what? Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right. The only thing that I like about the Reds, honestly, they move on from players really quickly.
Yeah, they don't care. Yep. They do
Jonathan
not
India,
care.
you won rookie of the year. I don't give a shit. Move on.
Goodbye.
Who was another kid that was really good, and they just said, well, they signed Jamie
They sent
Candelario, and they said,
yeah.
all right, released. Bring the other one.
They had high hopes for that guy. What's his name? That he's of Puerto Rican descent.
Well, Alexis
Christian
Diaz too.
Encarnacion. Alexis
Uh,
Diaz. Yeah, it's true. They got rid of him.
boom.
Christian Encarnacion Strand. A lot
Strand.
of potential. Boom. Minors. Go. Go
Yeah.
down and figure it out. They sent him to the minors twice this year. Like if he don't hit, he's not gonna play. He's gonna be gone, and he's not gonna have a career. So he better hit. He's got
Yeah,
a lot of power, a lot of potential, but he's got to be consistent. If not, he's gonna be in Mexico from now to from a year from now, whatever.
I agree. Now, let's use this as a break before we move on into the power rankings or the
Uh
standings.
huh. Uh huh.
Tell me about City Field, PR versus DR. You're the one that knows about this. Tell me about it.
So obviously Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, they're gonna have a all-star game with the winter leagues, Lidom, as well as La Liga de Béisbol de Profesional Roberto Clemente. They've had these types of things for years, for decades. They've always had these, right? Where PR, DR will go to each other's islands, travel, do it. This year it's going to be City Field. I think it's going to be with the similar promoters that have done events in the past, but with City Field now, with City Field's people too. It's going to be great, man. Like, so apparently Dominican Republic will all be wearing number 24 in tribute to Robinson Cano and his career. Had a great career. We understand the way it ended, but all in all, as a Dominican player, one of the greatest Dominican players of all time, certainly the best Dominican second baseman of all time. I don't even think that's close. And what should have been a Hall of Fame career, but paying homage to him. And the managers will be former major leaguers Carlos Gomez as well as Carlos Delgado.
I like that. I like that. Carlos
Yeah,
Delgado is,
yeah.
one of my favorite players.
Yeah. No,
Growing
of
up.
course, man. November 15th at City Field, and they should be paying me for promotion.
They should.
They
They should.
should be.
They should. Seriously. Not just because you're saying it here, of course. On Instagram, it's a wild thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it
It's
just
viral.
started. I think it went viral because people were saying that it was too cold. First of all, like,
Right. Right.
why are they doing it on November? Like, it's gonna be, and they were like, yo, it's gonna be brick. And then just people started,
Y
I don't
después
know
la
how,
tira,
but
y después la tiraera
después la
entre
tiradera.
Bodega de tiraera. I forget, you know how that goes. And then people are stupid. They say, "Oh, ICE is gonna show up," and people are stupid. Oh, somebody's gonna get beat up or somebody's gonna get stabbed. I'm like, no pa
Come
tanto.
on,
I'm like, it's a
guys.
baseball game. Like, what are we doing? Like, people still believe. Like, people still have that mindset. Like, what are we doing? Like, I can't believe. I hate that. Like, so ignorant. Like, I was just
Yeah,
like, it's a baseball game. Like, what are we doing? Like, everybody wins. Really? Yeah, you want to beat your rival, but to me, everybody wins. If you're at that game and you're taking it in and watching and eating, and everybody
you're gonna
wins, bro.
enjoy.
Like,
You're gonna
you're
enjoy.
gonna have fun.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have fun.
Para hacer
Yeah,
chelcha, claro, dominicano y boricua, siendo coro. Like, todo el mundo salimos invicto, brother. Like,
yeah.
come on, let's be real. Like, you know.
All right. Now moving on to the standings. All right. We're gonna start with the AL Central. I mean, with the AL East. Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna give you from bottom to top. Okay. And
Uh-huh.
I'm not going into the records because by the time that this comes out, it might just switch on us. All right.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So Orioles in last place. Then we got the Tampa Bay Rays. Then the Yankees. Then the Red Sox. And then the Blue Jays. Who's gonna end up winning?
It looks like a Blue Jays year, man.
Really?
It looks like it, you know.
Mhm.
Red Sox have that. Remember my preseason pick was the Red Sox to win the division.
Yeah.
But I did also say that the Blue Jays would finish ahead of the Orioles, and everybody laughed at me when I said it. But I called that. I said the Orioles were going to fall flat this year.
And I said that the
And
Orioles were gonna win it. So that's why I don't bet, guys. That's why you don't bet. Nobody
hey,
should bet.
hey, some of the other ones I've gotten wrong, but anyway, no, I think the Blue Jays will probably pull away with it, but the Red Sox will keep it interesting. Those are the two best teams. Uh, to me, I mean, look, the Yankees are whatever between 5-7 games out, more or less, right?
Yeah.
And Yankees could get hot. I think it's looking like a wild card spot, man. I'm sorry that I'm not being a hater. Red Sox and Blue
The
Jays are
Blue
just
Jays.
playing better. They're just playing better right now.
I agree. I am with you 100%. A, I do think that the Yankees have what it takes to win the division. It just takes a lot. It's just gonna take a lot, and I think that Boston is clicking at this point. You know, so
I think the
we'll
Yankees
see.
will get. I think the Yankees can sneak in as a wild card. Like to me, I don't think. I know you're used to winning the division. I get it, but to me, just get to the dance.
Yeah,
Like get to the dance. Healthy. Who knows? You got Severino, not Cortez, Rodon. Obviously, cross your fingers. You don't know which version of Rodon you're gonna get.
yep,
Freed. You got your new bullpen. Healthy Judge, and just go to war. Cross your fingers. You know,
yeah.
as long as you got Judge, you're gonna have a puncher's chance.
What I liked about the deadline is basically last year, Brian Cashman understood the assignment. He understood that what took him to the World Series was having a good bullpen, right? And
Yeah.
Hill, Mark Leiter Jr., all these guys, right? Devin Williams hasn't worked out. My
No.
humble opinion, he shouldn't
No.
be the closer. They got to get him
No.
out of there. I don't care if it's Doval, if it's by commission, whoever he's filling, but he needs to be out. He
No.
needs to get out
Tiene
of
que
there.
ser Doval. Tiene que ser Doval obligado. Yo
Because
creo.
Doval, I don't believe in Bertnar either, to be honest, whatever. But they
No.
fits Doval. Like San Francisco, somehow, some way, they fits Doval. He
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah.
good and bad, and
Doval.
now he's great.
Yeah. Go with
So
Doval. You ride the hot hand. Ride the hot
yeah,
hand.
I agree. So I think he has to be the guy. He has something to figure it out, whatever. Now, AL Central from bottom to top. White Sox, Twins, Royals, Guardians, and Tigers. Who do you got?
Ugh, a whole lot of mid, bro. But you know what? Give the Guardians credit. They've really come around. Now they didn't do crap for the deadline
Mhm.
as far as adding anything significant, but um, give them credit for showing fight. I still think the Tigers they're gonna be the class of the division. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Eh, I thought that the Guardians were gonna sell even more. I mean, let's not even get started with the Luis Ortiz and wait, what? No, no, no. We should talk about that.
Well, we
Sorry,
should. Yeah.
we should
Hmm.
talk about it. Okay, real quick. We know by now we have an idea of what happened, right? Okay, what do you think is gonna happen? And do you think that they're banned forever? Is this it?
I, from what we know, they say it looks really bad. Um, I think they're gonna make an example out of them because they're not Shohei Otani, and, and so, I mean, I hate to say it that way. They're not Tucupita Marcano. They're not any of these. That's a name that you have to even look up.
Tucupita
Tucu,
Marcano.
Tucupita
Tucupita.
Marcano, el venezolano. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not these guys. I mean, Emmanuel Clase is the biggest name of that bunch. Obviously, All Star closer. It's really unfortunate though. As a baseball fan, I'm pissed off about the Clase part more than anything. I really enjoyed watching him pitch. I'm mad. Like, I'm legitimately mad. And I put a post talking about this, how Dominican baseball has this issue with reputation because of some of the things that have happened. And people took it the wrong way. They took it like I'm trolling. And I'm
Or
like,
bashing.
I'm bashing. And it's like, no, go back and read it. Like, it's almost like a call to, like, hello, like, something has to change. That's what I'm saying. It's a call to change. It's not, I never put it with the intent to say, like, and people ate me alive except for some Dominicans who got it. They were like, oh, thank you for putting that. That's true. We need to snap out of it. You guys have been too great. You guys have been too successful, too much talent to let this bullshit be your reputation. It's not right. You know what I mean? Like, and I think this puts a cloud again. Like, that's how, I don't know. Am I making sense to you? Like,
I no no no. You are. Ah, man, it's
it
hard. It's hard.
sucks.
Okay, so here is my 2 cents on the whole thing. Starting with Clase, because Luis Ortiz, no one cares what happens to
Yeah,
him.
right.
It
No,
is what
yeah,
it is,
let's be
right?
honest. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Emmanuel Clase, I don't think he's coming back ever again because he's playing with money that he has no idea.
Right, right.
Remember, and people have to understand this: money for the MLB, for NBA, for all of this stuff. Remember, every year is slowing down. The money's slowing down from TV. And where are they getting this money from now? Okay, now they got to get it from these betting sites and,
Gaming. Yep.
gaming and, this prop bets and giving their authorization to these guys. So this is where they are getting the money. So if you fuck up with the money, or if you fuck with the money, they're gonna get you out because the last thing that you want is to have, I don't want to call out botching or something like that, but just a sport
No, I know what you
that
mean. Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't
The
yeah, that
integrity.
you
The
don't the
integrity.
integrity, both sides, because
Right, right,
if
right.
if the MLB doesn't believe in it, the fan doesn't believe in it, so they don't even want to bet on it because they think that it fits. You feel
Correct.
me?
Yes. Yeah, you're
So
right. You're right.
on both ways, I mean, it's wrong. So they want to get those apples out quickly and fast.
Hmm.
Quickly and fast. Maybe, and from what I've heard is that they haven't. Manuel Clase, they are saying that he might not. What is it called? Like, it's not the same Luis Ortiz thing, right? They
Hmm.
haven't been able to say like for certain that that's what it was, but somehow, some way, he's connected.
Like
You know,
like you're saying, like they're not sure if it was directly involved, like a direct
directly
involvement, like maybe
involved,
like a
like
third party involvement.
throwing not only like throwing the pitches like Luis Ortiz was doing it. Like
Got you.
they're
Got
not
you.
for sure if that's what he was doing. It they know he's involved. They just don't know how much, or at least
To
they're
what
not telling
extent?
us to what extent.
Yeah.
At least they're not telling us, and that's fine. And to be
I
honest, I
hope.
do trust. I do trust
I hope
on the
not.
FBI.
I hope not, man. Like, I hope. I mean, obviously it doesn't look good, but
Mhm.
I loved watching that guy pitch, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that guy was amazing to watch. Like, I understand he had a rough moment in the postseason, but
Mhm.
people think like the guy was like a video game last year. Like, I know this year he wasn't, having a good year. I mean, God knows what if he was maybe distracted with all. Maybe he knew what was coming. It makes
I
you
mean,
think.
bro, the first thing that happened, maybe, but the first thing that they tell you when you're coming up is throw strikes. I mean, first pitch strike. That's the
Right.
first
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
first
Yeah.
pitch strike. And if you can't do that, you can't be an MLB player.
Nope. And he's never been.
And
And the crazy thing is, he's a guy who throws first pitch strikes.
yeah,
That's what
forever.
makes it weird, right?
Yeah,
That's what he does. Like that, his control. When I think of him through his career, I think of a guy who's controlled, has control, pinpoint control.
pinpoint
That's his
control,
game.
and also that he makes you ground a lot. He's a
Yeah.
ground ball
Right.
hitter.
Right.
He's not a
Right.
strikeout
Right.
guy.
No, he's not a strikeout guy.
Surprisingly, that surprises me.
That's more like the Ortiz Chapman,
Hmm.
the Edwin Diaz type. That's more of a swing it. They're gonna miss bats
Swing and
more.
miss. Hmm.
He's gonna make you break your bat. He'll strike you out too if he needs to. But hopefully, we'll see. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. Anyways, AL West. Let's see. Athletics, the Sacramento Athletics, the Angels, the Rangers, the Mariners, and the Astros. What you got?
Man, it's gonna come down obviously to the two teams at the top. Really, I mean, I actually am looking forward to watching this race because the Mariners are loaded now. Astros are gonna be loaded. Astros got the pedigree. They just they don't go away. The Astros are Freddy Krueger. They keep coming with a new movie, right?
Yeah, that's
Es
all.
el Cuco. He comes back. Everybody's thinking, yeah, Yankee fans are celebrating. Woo, Astros will never be back again. Let's make some deadline moves. Let's do this. Let's do that.
We're
Tricked you.
back, baby.
We're back, baby. Astros will Astro. They'll win the division. Seattle will make it interesting. And the Rangers are gonna do what they do. They're gonna mid.
Yeah.
They're gonna mid. I would not be surprised if the Athletics leapfrog the Angels
Yeah.
at some
Okay,
point.
okay.
They're more talented to me. I don't know. They're more fun to watch. I saw the game the other day where they scored like 16 runs. I'm not or something. They almost blew it, but
But they got it done.
Terrible. They got it done. They made you sweat, but yeah. So
You
what do
know,
you think?
it's funny. No. I got the Astros. I think they have the pedigree, like you said, and Seattle will always have a problem that they choke at the end. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but they always choke at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I think that the Astros, even looking at it just on paper, I think that they have a better team and they're more well prepared, in my opinion, to go deep into the playoffs. But I don't think they can beat the Astros. I don't think they can beat the Astros, leapfrog the Astros. They can't do it.
Here's the
Yeah.
question I have for you though, right? And this is
Mhm.
a scary thought for Yankee fans, right? In the American League, if the
Mhm.
Astros get going, who's gonna knock them off? If the Mariners, to me, I look at it like the Mariners are your only hope. If you're not, I mean, I guess the Blue Jays may. I just don't know if I like the Blue Jays pitching in a series. That's the thing. I don't like the Red Sox pitching either in a playoff series. Like to me, it's either the Mariners or nobody. Like I think the Astros, if they get going, they're gonna go on a run. They're not. Nobody's beating them in the American League
Yeah,
because they have
I get
the
you.
most balanced, lineup, balanced team. And
Mhm.
so unless, like you said, unless the Mariners don't choke, if the Mariners have the horses there, I think they got a good bullpen. They got their starting pitching has been formidable. They can hit now. You know what I mean? If it's not them, then who's gonna knock off the Astros?
I get you. Yeah, no. I see it, but man,
You're
I
holding out
just gave
hope
up.
that the Yankees will
I'm
get hot.
holding. Yeah,
But
I'm holding on hope because it's the same thing. They start hot, they slow down, they have terrible 2 months, and then they come back and win the division somehow, some way.
if
I'm
the
hoping
Yankee
that's what it is.
offense,
Mhm,
if the Yankee offense can wake up again,
mhm,
they can be scary. But I just don't. They're too Jekyll and Hyde, man. Like
mhm.
they got guys who can hit. Like they got plenty of power, right?
Yeah.
They can hit, but it's just they'll score 8 runs and then they'll have a game where they score 1 run. Like,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah,
So,
no. Let's see what happens with the Yankees. We both know that they're slacking. They're really slacking with
mhm.
that. Anyways, NL East. What do you got? I'm not even gonna
It's
mention
a,
it. What do you got?
it's not as close as it looks right now on paper. I mean,
Really?
it's just the Phillies are just like you said, the Phillies, I want to be wrong. I'm hoping that the Mets get hot, go on this crazy run. Where in August, I don't see it. Now, can that change? Yeah, the Mets bullpen is much improved, but I just don't like the lineup, bro. The lineup is similar to the issue that the Yankees have had. The only difference was that the Yankees actually they had higher peaks,
Yeah.
offensively. Right? They had moments where you're like, wow, pues este equipo batea, right?
Mhm.
But the Mets you haven't seen that really. So
Yeah. At the end of the day, I got this hat for a reason, and I do believe in the Phillies. I do believe that the
yeah.
Phillies will be. I got to be honest. I do believe that they will become World Series champions this year. That's how
Yeah.
much. That's how much faith I have in the Phillies this
Wow.
year. Yeah,
World Series
World Series
champion.
champions. Yep.
World
When your fourth
Series
starter is
champion.
Christopher Sanchez, I'm sorry. There's something special in that
No,
on
they're
that
not. No,
starting
they're
pitcher,
nasty. They're filthy, bro. I love Christopher Sanchez.
bro. I
Why
can
does he have to
tune
be a
in.
Philly?
I know, but I can tune in on a random Tuesday, and they got Luzardo just on the seventh inning, just with one
Yeah,
run and 9 strikeouts.
it's
Come on,
crazy.
where can you really get that? I mean, come on.
Nowadays, you don't see that. No, no.
Yeah,
They got horses, bro.
they
They're
got horses
if they don't win the World Series now, when are they gonna do it?
next
You
year.
know, next. And Schwarber's out of his mind right now.
Out of his And Bryce Harper just hit 2 home runs like 2 days ago. I mean, they
Come
got it. They got
on,
it. They got it.
they just come
Hey,
on, yeah, yeah.
and
They're
Harrison
scary,
Bader
bro.
came in, just hit a home run too. Hey, come on now.
Yeah, of course he didn't do any of that for the Mets, right?
Nah,
He's
nah,
with the
nah.
Mets. He did it for like a month.
Yeah.
Tengo yo que ver los videos del viejo, de él hablando español, el estúpido ese. And now
He's
look,
from
he
the
comes
Bronx.
here,
You know that,
yeah,
right?
Bronxville.
Branchville. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He went to I think like Marshall Parkway. I think he went to high school
Uh-huh.
around there. It's cool, cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, NL Central. We got the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Reds,
Hmm.
the Cubs, and the Brewers. What do you
I'll
think?
tell you who. I'll tell you who won't win the division. The team that you picked earlier in the year. They are
The
not winning
Reds.
They are not winning the
I know.
division.
I know.
They
They're
they
still
they're
five
cheap.
over 500.
They're good. No, they're good.
They
No, es que
overachieved. I'll say that.
they're doing miracles with that freaking. Are you kidding me? With that roster they got? Come on. They have pieces, but they don't have
Mhm.
pitching. They play in a bandbox. Like
Yeah.
forget it. Pero Brewers are really good. Brewers have. Oh my God, the Brewers have just been. And if I don't, there was a certain guy who picked the Brewers to win this division, wasn't there?
Yes. Yes. There was. There was. And his name was. No, I'm kidding.
No,
No,
no, no.
but
Right.
what do you think? I mean, what makes them special? I'm still not
They,
understanding. I know that Willy
that
Adames
I
woke up a little bit. They got that Mizurowski kid, which is on the IL. What makes them special? Go tell me.
you're talking about Peralta,
No, no, no.
Peralta.
No, no, no. Jacob Mizurowski. What's his
Oh,
name?
Mazeroski. Okay, listen.
Hmm.
They can hit.
Okay.
They find way. Y eso que Churio is injured.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter. They
And he's
find
had a
ways to
down
win.
year too.
Yeah, he's had a down year, and they still doesn't matter. They're like one of those teams that they play better than what you would see on their, like um like the Marlins at times. I gotta tell you, I gotta give the Marlins credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marlins they've been competitive sometimes. They're a pain in the ass, right? And
No, but
I
that's
gotta give
every
it.
year. That's every year when they're playing they play higher when they're playing very good teams for whatever
Right,
reason.
right, right. They play it for the competition.
Correct. Like I don't remember the year, but I remember one year they got the Mets out of the contention just because they were bottom of the division. They didn't have to win those games. And that last series, they took the Mets out. I do want to find that because I want to talk about that one day with you. Like just
Para mí
a
que
special occasion.
eso fue en yeah, for you. That must have been
And
eso
that was
fue en
one.
el 2008, I think.
What
Was
I
it?
think so. They had Dan Ugla. I remember Dan Ugla on that team.
Yeah, oh 08. Yeah, that was because yeah, but they still had a chance to win. I think in the last day, and they still lost.
Hmm.
Like the if there's a series to be choked or a season to blow, the Mets will find a way to blow it. That was just the way.
Yeah, that
It's a,
was
oh, I always hated the Marlins for that reason
yeah.
because they always were a pain in the ass to play. Hated
To
them.
this day. To this day.
Yeah.
If NL West, we already know. Do you think that that the Dodgers will just magically will be there at the end? Like that's it. Just write him in.
They they always find a way, man. It's like that's the other Cuco that you think that you killed him and he's back. You know, they're gonna round into form for down the. They know how to play these types of years. These they know how to play these games down the stretch. You know, they take a little bit off the gas, and then when it's time to accelerate, they go. The only thing is that I don't think they're gonna go far because their pitching is just so banged up. They just, and their lineup has been very inconsistent. They're gonna be around. I think the team that will come out of the National League this year will be the San Diego Padres. That's who I got.
I'm seeing the writing on the wall. I'm still going with Phillies. I would love to see Padres against Phillies on the, at the end.
Oh no, go Padres at that
cinema.
time. Go, yeah. No, yeah, I'd like to see that at another time or on MLB the Show, but not for
not this year.
Not this year. No.
Honestly, I think San Diego is clicking at the right time.
They're gonna be the one. They're gonna be the one. I think they're the one that's gonna. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, they may actually win their first World Series in franchise history this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I might as well go all the way with it since you're.
Why is that though? What are you seeing that I'm not seeing?
They went. You didn't see all the moves they made.
I saw the moves, but I just don't see it.
You think
the pedigree?
Okay, because the reputation, they're gonna choke eventually. There is no other team.
If they go against the Astros, I think the Astros will win with less people. I mean, with less.
This is the caveat. Mm-hmm. It will be them and the Astros or something. It would be either those two will be there.
Okay.
I think that the Astros are so evil that they made those trades to get back in the race, and I think the other AL team fans don't even realize it. You guys are delusional if you think they're not gonna win it.
You mean the Astros?
Yes, if you don't think they're gonna win, at least the AL is what I'm saying.
I got you. I mean, I can see so many things going on the. I don't think that the
Tigers scare you. The Tigers scare you, honestly.
No, nobody scares me. I think the only ones that scare me is the Astros, honestly, right? But it's so open. It's so open.
It is open.
I can even see Toronto winning the whole thing. Not the World Series, but winning the American.
Yeah.
It's very.
I don't like their pitching, but again, we've seen teams nowadays that don't have the best pitching go far. So we'll see how much that matters. I don't trust Bassett in a big spot. I've seen him for a long time. I've seen him. He used to be on the Mets and stuff. Like, I don't trust that guy in a big spot. That guy melts in a big spot. Hey, you're gonna trust Kevin Gausman in a big spot? Like, you trust Berrios in a big spot? I don't. That now that we mention it, look, the pitching is shaky.
Very
you see?
shaky.
And Boston's, I think, is worse. So
on paper, yes. But how they execute, they've
Mm-hmm.
been better. They've
been better.
Much better. I mean,
you like Crochet? You like Crochet?
I love Crochet. I love Crochet. I mean, that guy, man, I wish we had him. I wish we made that move last year. Regardless, I'll say this. Our pitching, I trust in our pitching a little bit more than I trust on the Toronto Blue Jays than what I trust on the Red Sox. So,
yeah,
our hitting is ass, man. It's bad. It's
the Yankees should have the best rotation in that division, right? I mean, they should, but even the rotation at times has been, obviously, we'll see with I think I called Luis Gil Severino by accident earlier, but Luis Gil, we'll see what Luis Gil is.
I don't believe in him. We can move on from that point. I don't believe in Luis Gil. No. I don't believe in Luis Gil.
You know?
I'm not a believer.
No. But you believe in Sandy Alcantara?
I hold hope. I'm not saying that I believe in him. I hold hope on him.
You love Sandy Alcantara.
No, who I really love is Eury Perez, but nobody talks about him.
No, he's very good.
I don't know why the Dominicans don't talk about him. But that kid
because he plays for the Marlins. That's why.
No,
he's quiet.
Sandy plays with him. So I think that they should be talking about Eury Perez would be like the second, maybe third guy on the World Baseball Classic, but that's another conversation.
No, they just like talking about Juan Soto.
You hit it right on the spot. And then Machado, Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez, El Chisme.
El Chisme. That only us, only Only Bodega and a couple people be talking about that shit for no reason. I don't know why we
No,
bring
but
it
you
up
have
every time.
to, bro. You gotta feed the algo, bro. It
Ah,
is what it is.
I know.
Necessary evil.
I know.
Necessary evil. You don't want to, you got to. It's like, ¿tú crees que yo quiero estar hablando de Juan Soto every other week? I don't want to do that, but I got no choice.
There's some people
to.
that we would love to talk about. I mean, Yuri Perez, Agustin Ramirez. It's not because I'm here and watching the Marlins almost every day. It's because they're actually fun.
They're good stories.
Fun
Good stories.
Dominicans.
Yep.
There's some fun Dominicans that don't get the recognition, you know?
They'll
And
be
I
like,
would love for us to talk about
Agustin,
them.
Agustin, ¿quién?
Yeah. Yeah.
Agustin. Like,
No,
it doesn't get more.
ahorita llevamos a Tony Peña Jr. to catch as a backup. You'll see.
Hey, listen, your catching situation is better than ours right now, which I never thought I would
It got
say
better. I know. It got better. It got better.
It's I don't know, bro. They're gonna roll 41-year-old Martin Maldonado out there, bro. It's getting bad. You know, like Caratini's good, but I don't know if he's good like that to be starting like that. You know, he's good.
Yeah.
Like I like his bat, but I don't love his glove too much. He's okay, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes on the World Baseball Classic. All right, my boy. That's it.
All right, brother. Yeah, man. All right. It was good talking to you. And all right, Willy Baez, Bodega Sports. It's always good catching up with him. And of course, man, everybody out there, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff if you're watching. And of course, as always, live life as if you're in a 3-2 count. Till next time.